Question of the Week from the Naked Scientists.
Hi, I'm Katie Haylor, and this week we've been sounding out this musical musing from Dennis.
Assuming there are a finite number of musical notes, chords, notes and octaves, at what point, how many years, will we use all combinations of musical themes so that no more original music could be created?
Well, Dennis, this question certainly got us Naked Scientists chatting.
I just wonder if the premise is correct. Like, are there a finite number of musical notes?
No, I don't think there's any limit unless you put other constraints on. Like, you could just play C forever and then a D.
Well, you could put a time limit on it. Maybe how long would it take for us to run out of 3-minute pop songs?
And you've been mulling this over too. Listener Skip, for instance, reckons that over a Google of tunes are possible. So that's 1 followed by 100 zeros. Whew. Well, to add up the answer for us, here's creative computing expert Rebecca Feebrink from University of the Arts, London.
Let's start really simple, ignoring harmony and rhythm completely, sticking to the really boring melodies that can just be played on 1 octave of 8 white keys on a piano. Let's also just consider melodies of 14 notes, the length of the first phrase of Twinkle Twinkle. There are 8 to the 14th combinations of such notes, over 4 trillion possible melodies. If we play 100 notes a minute, it would take us over 1,170,000 years to play all these melodies. Then, if we add very simple rhythm, like the ability to have eighth notes, quarter notes, or half notes as durations, this balloons to over 6 trillion years. Let's make this just a bit more realistic. Say the ability to play up to 4 notes at a time, with 8 possible common durations between a 16th note and a whole note, and the ability to play any of the 88 notes on the piano. Even when the harmony and melody notes are restricted to have the exact same rhythms as each other, we'll need far more than a quadrillion years to play all possible 14-chord-long sequences. You might call this an overestimate, since most of these sequences won't sound very musical, and some are going to sound identical after we shift them up or down in key or change their tempo. But we're ignoring so many other meaningful musical variations here. Longer phrases and musical structures, more realistic rhythms, varying instrumentation or adding drums or synthesizers or studio effects. By any estimate I make, you'd have plenty of variations still left to try out by the time the universe potentially ends in 200 billion years. And at that point, whatever life forms are around will probably have very different ideas about what music is anyway.
So, Douglas Adams' Restaurant at the End of the Universe should have plenty of great tunes then. Excellent. Thank you very much, Rebecca. While I sit down, take a deep breath and try not to freak out over those impossibly large numbers, here's the question we'll be answering next time, and it's from David.
Would a fetus develop differently in zero-gravity conditions?
Can you help deliver an answer to David's conundrum? If so, come join the debate on our forum, nakedscientist.com/forum. Or if you'd like to ask us a question, you can email chris@thenakedscientist.com or use our web form, nakedscientist.com/question. Until next time, thank you for listening and goodbye.